call into work and tell them you need an entire month off for a rash. But when I had my first outbreak, I was off for nearly a month. I was hospitalized. I was on IV fluids. The severity of psoriatic illness is so poorly understood.
IFPA is here in New York at the UN high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases and mental health. It's crucial that we are representing psoriatic disease in this environment.
This is one of the hardest things that's ever happened to me, this illness, so it's so amazing to be able to share my story, and my hope is that by sharing it I can make things a little bit easier for others suffering from it by helping stakeholders and leaders understand our complex needs.
If you are living with psoriatic disease, you have a much higher risk of developing diabetes, cardiovascular disease, mental health, and other comorbidities.
A lot of people think psoriatic disease is cosmetic or it's just a rash, when in reality for many of us it's either life-threatening or life-changing. And access to care is so important if we want to lead full lives. For me, when I have an outbreak, it's absolutely nuclear. I can't function. I have had to go on very serious medication, and in one case I lost over 70% of my skin. I worry about, any kind of skin irritation. I worry about it turning into an outbreak.
Psoriatic disease is a non-communicable disease. It is chronic and it's painful and has no cure. 49% of people living with psoriatic disease report that they have anxiety. 25% are saying that they have diagnosed depression. It's crucial that we stop the domino effect now.
I work with the public directly as a children's librarian, and one thing I found was I couldn't have any visible sign of the illness on me, or people might think it was contagious, they'd back off. Children, of course, have questions, and so I would find that I was dressing differently, covering my arms, covering as I healed. Not everybody is a doctor, not everybody is well informed, so they see it and they think, oh, I don't want that.
For IFPA, it's crucial that we take part of every decision-making process. So of course, we should be at the table here at the UN high-level meeting. It is the people living with the disease that deserves to be heard and who knows what is needed. So by doing holistic solutions, people-centered, we can have a much better result.
There's such a variety of treatments, and a lot of insurers only want to cover the cheapest options, but the cheapest options do a lot of damage because they're not targeted. I want decision makers to understand how important it is that people get the best option for care, what their physicians are recommending, and not the cheapest option. So for me, I was repeatedly on high-dose steroids, and while on the steroids, I gained a tremendous amount of weight. I had some new joint issues. There's a big difference between surviving and doing well, and if I had the best treatments, I probably wouldn't need the other treatments I now need to undo the damage. Human beings deserve the dignity of the best possible care, and that may seem very expensive, but the cost of not doing it is something we don't talk about enough. What is the cost of depriving someone of a treatment that is available that would make their life so much better? Are they going to lose work? Are they going to lose quality of life? Are they going to suffer? Suffering is a cost.
IFPA wants to stop the domino effect. It's really important that we know about the comorbidities associated with living with psoriatic disease. So if we stop psoriatic disease in an early stage with good treatments, then we stop the risk of developing other comorbidities.
Stop the domino effect, because for me, my treatment caused a domino effect. It wasn't just the illness. It was having to be on high-dose steroids, gaining weight, having my bones weakened. We have to think about a patient their whole lives, not just today. We need to stop the domino effect.